Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hi, friends. Hi. This is attorney Marina Shepelsky. Here's my banner with all my information. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to our weekly immigration news show where I bring to you the latest immigration related news, which of course covers so much information, so much material, and it has to do with everything in our society in the United States, especially politics, because as you can see now, if you've lived in the US or just watched the news, politics is always related to immigration in this country. It's a very, very hot topic in the United States. So let's go over what happened so far this week. First of all, if you are still waiting for a green card, they are changing the way your green card will look in 2023 and in the future. The green card is going to change and is going to start to look very different. Check out, the USCIS post about it to see the image of the green card, because maybe we will be able to edit it later and add it, but I don't think I can do that in live. So the new green card is going to be a little different in color. It's going to have extra security features. And let me just open the image so I can tell you more about it. So you can just go to the USCIS website and check out this news item, which was released 2 days ago. So USCIS redesigned the green cards and, by the way, the work permits, the work authorization cards. They're starting to use them as of January 30, 2023. The new designs for the green card and work permit will contain state-of-the-art technology to protect national U.S. security and improve service for customers. They have more detailed work, tactile printing, enhanced optically variable ink is used, highly secure holographic images on the front and back, a layer reveal feature with a partial window on the back photo box, and data fields. Really cool stuff. Really interesting new futuristic green card. I wish they would spend the time and money they spent on this on moving the lines and making the waiting times less. Otherwise, it makes everybody crazy right now how long they have to wait for this green card, for the work permits. I don't think that we cared so much about the way it looks, the green card and the work permit, as we did about waiting for a year and a half in some cases to just get the work permit. So that's what's up. All right. I'm just gonna start saying hello to people here on my YouTube channel, and I'm doing this live on Instagram, which is my phone here on the left, and on YouTube and Facebook here, and I have people commenting already. And the first question is, how long will prosecutorial discretion take to get approved, or PD? So right now, under the Biden's administration, they allowed judges and trial attorneys for ICE to get rid of cases from deportation calendars that are not a priority for deporting. For example, it's somebody who doesn't have any background in crime, like no criminal background, no bad, like moral background issues. Just regular people who are waiting for like maybe their son to turn 21 or some other application to be approved. They have a chance for a green card. They're not criminals. So for those people, they've allowed the trial attorneys to make contracts or stipulations, agree with attorneys for these respondents, people in immigration court proceedings, to prosecutorial discretion, either dismiss or administratively close or freeze certain cases until something new happens, without moving it fast forwarding to deportation hearings, right? So as of right now, it depends where you are. It depends which court you're in. It depends where your motion, your prosecutorial discretion motion went. It's hard to say, but the minimal time is like a month usually, and the maximum would probably be 3-4 months. I don't think it's going to take longer than that, because those motions are given very high priority as they're looking to make their caseload better, lighter. So they are interested in dismissing, because they got permission from President Biden, those cases that are not like urgent for deportation for them, for the government, not for us, but for the government. So the PD motion might take a while, but not like years. That's what I can say. Let's move on. I want to talk a little bit about more news. So again, this was the biggest news about the new green card and the new work permit. It's going to start looking differently as of like now, today. So a group of 20 Republican-controlled states filed a lawsuit in the state of Texas in a federal court to block President Biden's program that would allow up to 30,000 people per month to come in from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela if they have a U.S. sponsor through the border with humanitarian parole. They don't want these 30,000 people. They want to block this. They're saying that it's going to put tremendous burden on these border states like Texas, Arizona, all the states that are around there, and mostly are Republican states. So they don't want these refugees. They said that this program is not helping them. So they want Biden to stop the program and stop helping refugees over American states. And the Biden administration is defending this program and arguing that this new strategy where these refugees, instead of rushing to the border, instead they apply online, they must have a sponsor, so they're not just going into the country and disappearing. We know where to find them. We know where to serve them with court papers. And it's good, it's good for the border, instead of, having just instead of having the border crisis. This is a solution for the border crisis. This is one of the reasons why they created this. It's online. People don't rush the border. They need a sponsor, and the USCIS can vet them, and ICE, like, they can check them, check their backgrounds and so on. The Republicans are very much against it, and they don't want it. We'll see. The federal court in Texas will decide. They're saying it was illegal to expand the definition of humanitarian parole, which is only to be used for extraordinary, unusually hard circumstances. That's the legal argument. But in reality, that's what they're saying. They're saying, look, it's too much for us, 30,000 a month. We don't want all these people. Another new thing that happened last week is that the State Department launched a new program called Welcome Corps that would allow private citizens who have a status to get organized and become sponsors for refugees. So this new program will allow private citizens and organizations, not just people, but organizations, to financially sponsor refugees in the U.S. And you need to form a group of at least 5 people and raise a minimum of $2,275 per refugee, right? And they will be able to start creating support plans for refugees, to have the refugees survive the first 90 days in the U.S. So this Welcome Corps is functioning already and is going into effect. What else? Google has announced that they're going to freeze all of their H-1B and PERM efforts, because they're laying people off and they don't have the time right now or the ability to sponsor new people, because immigration has started denying and auditing them, saying that there's so much people who lost jobs from Amazon, Google, and other IT, companies, that they should just hire the unemployed IT people from America. They should not be hiring foreign IT people. So that's like trickled down to the fact that they're going to freeze all of their efforts. And of course, part of this is the new AI, artificial intelligence technology that allows a lot of code, a lot of programming to be done, and less people having to be personally involved in writing these programs, writing this code. So that's what's up. Okay, I have a question in Russian from somebody, DTPK, who asks if he's applied for asylum for the first time and filed for his work permit. How long will it take to get the work permit? So the work permit in the asylum pending category will take anywhere between like 8 months to a year and a half for some people, depending where you live. So from the date you file to when you get it in hand, it might take about a year, really, like on the average. So that's what I've been telling clients. Sometimes it's less. Some people get it in 4 months. Sometimes it's more. Some people get it in a year and a half. It's hard to say. Okay, Ahmed on YouTube says, I watched your video about expedited cases. I had VAWA case. I sent my VAWA case in November 22nd, 2022. The Perpana lawyer says it's going to take almost 2 years. Oh, they took 2 years to prepare it. I'm a cancer patient. Can I request to expedite the case? Absolutely. If you are a cancer patient and you have a VAWA case, you can absolutely request with a doctor letter, with proof from your doctor, that your VAWA case be expedited. And I think they will expedite it. They do make exceptions. KVGAN, or KVGAN, I guess, says on YouTube, no, I'm sorry, on Instagram, when can we apply for the green card? Is there a specific month or day? You can apply anytime you want. Some people are eligible to apply right away. Some people have to wait. It depends on what your category is, and we'll be happy to assist you. Schedule a paid consultation with us. We do only paid consultations at 718-769-6352, or you can text us for a consultation, 718-215-9447. Lubana America is asking, how much will our firm services cost for VAWA? It depends on the complexity. We don't have the same price for everyone because some cases are very easy and some cases are very complex. You should do a consultation first to see if you even qualify for VAWA. We turn some people down. We say you're not eligible, or we don't want to work with you, frankly, sometimes. And then I can tell you. Tahir Buljderi says, can I ask for priority date 130 to change to VAWA? Yes. If you file first, you file as a marriage beneficiary. You file through the marriage. You file the I-130 petition. And then you switch to the abused VAWA case. They transfer over the priority date to your new petition, and the I-35, the green card application, is transferred over as well, and you freeze and keep those original dates and work permit filed, by the way. Okay, another question on YouTube, and then I have one on Instagram. Sydney says, I have a question about the asylum applicant, almost an applicant for 8 years now, but the lawyer canceled this court that was this month. Should we go to the court to see if they would grant him asylum? There's got to be some sort of a reason why your lawyer canceled the court date. They might probably think, and sometimes I agree with other attorneys, that you don't have a great case. So it's better to cancel the court and wait for another court hearing, or something else is going on. We can do a consultation for you, but you need to have a copy of your whole case and talk to your attorney, or even better, email them to explain to you why they changed or canceled your court date. Then if you talk to one of our lawyers, we'll have the full picture and your file to do like a second opinion. If you ever heard that, people go to another doctor for a second opinion, you can do the same thing with another lawyer. The only thing I ask of you is that you have a copy of your whole file and your lawyer have an explanation for you why they canceled your court, or why they did a motion to, terminate, or something else that happened. But I will understand, and I might agree or disagree. And one of our lawyers, when they talk to you, will explain to you why. All right, there's another question in Russian, but I will translate into English because this is not a legal consultation. This is educational information. So the question is from maybeauty.com, Ukraine. Hello, I heard that there's some sort of a new, like a welfare or like a payment for refugees from Ukraine from 900 to 1300 uh, dollars, I guess, per month. I haven't heard anything like that. I don't know. This is maybe something in your state or in your city. I have not heard anything like that. Okay, now, Ahmed says, oh, yeah, I answered this already. I'm sorry. Mohammed Arshad says, good morning. My attorney submitted ROE on December 5. Oh, reply to request for evidence on the VAWA case C9 category. I'm still waiting for the initial receipt. How long I wait? I have no idea what you're asking about, to be honest with you. I would call your attorney and ask them to explain what's happening because unfortunately I don't understand your question. Mrs. Imran says, thank you for explaining. Keto TV says, hi, Marina. How's it going? Hello. I have a question. I have a VAWA abuse case and I applied for a divorce. Can I marry somebody back home or it will be a problem and cause my VAWA is still pending? I would not marry anyone else. I would wait for the VAWA to be approved, get your green card, and then you can marry whoever you want. If you marry right now in the middle of this, it's going to become a problem. I just don't recommend doing it. I'm so happy about all these questions about VAWA, and I wanted to talk later in the show about cancellation of removal as well today. So another question from Ahmed is, I had a VAWA case. I got a form for a fee waiver. Should I expect to get a prima facie determination letter? You should have gotten the prima facie already. It's been 4 months. The issue is that maybe your lawyer didn't send or couldn't send all the evidence, like all the paperwork in your case right away, which means that your case does not meet the prima facie requirements. The prima facie requirements is that you submit proof of good faith marriage, not just your marriage certificate, but like joint bills, joint bank statements, and so on. You submit proof of the marriage, proof of the good faith marriage, meaning marriage certificate and bank bills, bank statements, bills, leases in 2 names, tax returns in 2 names, proof of abuse, or at least, anything to show that the person abused you, your spouse abused you, and good moral character to show that you haven't been arrested, you maybe volunteer, you help in the community. So even some basic things, if you submit in each category, that's when they give you the prima facie determination or approval. That means on the surface, you gave them everything for each of the category, but it's not like a real approval yet or final approval. All right. Okay, so let's move on. My friend The Dream says, good morning, Marina and guests. Good morning. Thank you for always watching. And Ahmed says, thank you so much. DTPK says, when will I get the work permit the first time? If I apply now, pending asylum. As I explained earlier, it's going to take between 8 months to 1.5 years. Sometimes a little less, sometimes even a little more. It depends where you live, and it depends which service center your application for work permit will go to. All right, let's see what else we got going on in the news. Let me see. There's really not that much new things. I mean, we talked about a lot of things last week with the news. Okay. Nothing really great or new here. Okay, so I think House Oversight Committee will be holding a hearing about the border and the new program with the Biden authorized for the 30,000 refugees per month. But it hasn't happened yet, but it's in the news. That's it for the news. I'm going to get back to just answering questions now and concentrate on that. Samuel Shanga says, and please, guys, post your questions on Instagram, post them in the comments, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you are. I'm happy to answer your questions. Is there any better news concerning pending asylum cases that are waiting for several years? Sadly, no. Big, long wait, very long wait for people who filed asylum in 2014, 2015. Still have not been called for an interview. Very sad, very sad. No news, nothing happening so far. Tahir Bulgari says, thank you so much. Thank you for asking the question. You guys asking your questions is what makes this show interesting and educational. So please post your questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Alero Iheman says, hi, Marina. Thank you for all you do. My cousin just received his receipt for application for VAWA. Can he renew his work permit that expired 2 years ago? So, yes, he can file for a work permit, not renew the old work permit, but file for a new work permit. When you file for VAWA, most times you're allowed to file the green card application with the VAWA, which means you can attach the application for the work permit to that packet, and the work permit category is the green card pending, C09 category. So yes, if you file for VAWA, you can in most cases file for green card and work authorization. It's not renewal really, because renewal just means you're extending the same one. It's more like just a new work permit. But interestingly enough, you're right that on the form you have to say renewal, but the category you're asking for will be different, right? Another question is that from Tahir. He says, I have a pending I-485 for 43 months. So his green card application has been waiting to be approved for 43 months and filed VAWA 18 months ago. When they ask for priority date, can they make it faster? Right now, VAWA, which is holding everything up, is taking about 3 years, like 32 months. So it's going to take you probably another like 18 months until you get some sort of news on the VAWA, and only then the green card will be decided. So you're probably going to have to wait at least another like year and a half, to be honest with you. Don't expect anything before a year to year and a half. Samuel Shanga says, thank you. Atul Sharma says, hey, Marina. Hello. Hi. Happy to see you, saying hello. Atul says, can I file a divorce while my VAWA is pending? Absolutely. Absolutely. We do this all the time. As a matter of fact, if you have a pending VAWA case, I recommend that you file for divorce if your state allows this. The divorce should be based on the abuse, cruel and inhuman treatment in New York, cruelty in many other states. So yes, absolutely, you should file for divorce from your abusive spouse if you want to, and base it on cruelty, bad treatment in the family. And Tahir says, thank you. Roberto Francis says, hello. Hi, I love your picture, Roberto. I love it. Feel free to ask me questions. I will be answering them. Just to say again, my phone number is on the bottom of the screen, and it's 718-769-6352 for a phone call. If you want to text us, it is 718-215-9447. So for now, I'm out of questions, and I'm just gonna go back to the news, I guess, because I still need to talk to you guys, and I still have more things to say. Biden says that he will be visiting the U.S. border with Mexico in the next couple of weeks to, again, talk about the border crisis and this new program they have for filing online for a parole if you're from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and you have a sponsor. So the other thing I wanted to discuss today is cancellation of removal under 42B. Most people are still asking me how it works and don't believe me when I say that we get people green cards through this. Let me tell you what this is. Cancellation of removal under 42B is a lot of words, but basically what it means is if you're in US more than 10 years, still undocumented, no papers, even now, you came in with no visa or with a visa, but you overstayed, and you have kids born here, US citizen kids, or maybe your kids became green card holders through something else, or your kids are US citizens, for them to have a hardship, like if they have a health problem, if they have special needs, if they have autism or heart problem or bad allergies, or the opposite, maybe they're in some special school program, they're like in some special thing that's amazing, and they need you here in the US. They need the medical system, the psychologist of US. For them, in their interest, the judge can give you a green card. That's called cancellation of removal. You also can use the same process if you have US citizen parents who are like, they have citizenship, but you don't, right? You are still illegal. For them, if you're their caretaker and we can prove to a judge that they, your parent, the ones with the needs, need you to take care of them, you can get a green card through the judge, through immigration court. Now, most people who call me ask me the same question. What are my chances? Your chances depend on what state you live in and what the judges are doing in your state. Now, if you live in like Texas or Kentucky, I would tell you you have a very low chance of approval. Don't do it. You should move to New York, move to California. Here, or California, or even Boston or Philadelphia, the judges are kinder to immigrants. And we look at their statistics. We look at how much approvals they give, percentages. And I can tell you that living in Kentucky, you're going to get denied. Living in Atlanta, in Chicago, you might not get approved. Living here on the East Coast, you have a greater chance of getting approved, and you have a better chance of getting the green card through the court. So if you have this situation, you've been here over 10 years illegal, not too much criminal history, because that's not going to work. You have American kids, American born kids, or parents who are citizens, or even green card holders. We can get you help. We can help you get a green card through the court. That's called cancellation of removal. Moses Arthur asks me on YouTube, after my I-360 was approved, about 6 months later, the online status changed to correspondence was received and USCIS is reviewing it. Please, what does that mean? And thank you. I don't even know what it means. Sometimes they change the online status and it's not exactly what the real status is. And the thing is, you cannot even get your question answered online. So the best course is for your attorney to email the VAWA unit and try to find out what is happening, okay? What is going on? The Dream says, got my receipts and fee waiver. I think it's for the VAWA petition. It's been 173 days, but nothing about the work permit. Is there anything I can do? The work permit will take you about a year. So be very patient. I know it's hard, but please, I ask you to be patient. Okay, there's questions on Instagram. No, I don't see any questions on Instagram. Back to YouTube. Kiddo TV says, "Hey Marina, again, do you know any good divorce lawyer you recommend if I live in Harlem about VAWA case?" Kiddo TV, you're looking at a divorce lawyer. Since you live in New York, we can handle your divorce. We will do it as I described for your VAWA case based on cruelty. Give us a call. We can help you with your divorce. We're great at it. We do divorces as well, especially for our immigration clients. Phone number 718-769-6352 on the bottom of the screen. Alero says, how long does it take to get the VAWA work permit? If your work permit is based on just having one application, VAWA, it's going to take 3 years, the 3 years that it takes the VAWA to be approved. When the VAWA is approved, you get the work permit. If your lawyer filed the green card application with your VAWA and the work permit will be based on the green card application, that usually takes about a year from the time you file. And Atul Sharma says, how long does it take for a prima facie determination to arrive? If everything went well in your VAWA case, it may take like a month and a half to 2 months to get the prima facie. So up to 60 days. Yasser Ibrahim says, hi Marina, can VAWA be filed after 2 years if filed through the court? Sometimes it depends. 2 years from what? If you've been divorced more than 2 years, then no. If you're still married, even if you don't live with a spouse anymore for 2 years or more, yes, you can still file for VAWA. The Dream says, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, says Nathan on Instagram. Okay. Waving to some of my... Okay. New York City SMM says, so beautiful. Thank you so much. Dr. Chandra Babu says, can visit visa convert to work visa? If you enter United States, this is a great question for Dr. Chandra Babu on Instagram. Please answer me, he says. Absolutely. So you come in here with the tourist visa. If you get a company to give you a job offer, you get a company to want to hire you, and they're willing to sponsor you for a work visa, you can convert from a tourist visa to a work visa. But usually, because how long work visas take, you will have to first convert to a student status, go to school for maybe 6 months or a year, wait for the work visa to be approved. So it's not like a direct jump from the tourist to the work visa, unless you are exceptional, unless you're really like talented, extraordinary. That's a different story. Then you can go straight. But if you're just doing like a regular work visa, first you go from tourist visa to student visa, and then you get the work visa. Okay. Asif Bahora says, hi, how long does it take for the I-601A waiver? Any other way to adjust my status in USA without leaving? Asif, there are ways. You should give us a call to explore. But the I-601 waiver is a long waiver. I can tell you right now how long it takes. And it's not always great at winning, to be honest with you. Those waivers are really difficult to win. The I-601 waiver takes about 27 and a half months. It's 2 years and like almost 3 months. 2 years and 3 months for the I-601 waiver to be decided. Now, some people might be eligible for VAWA who apply for these waivers. Give us a call. We can see if you're eligible for anything else other than the waiver. I've had cases where people had filed I-130 with the I-601A waiver, like you, Asif. They were denied, and then they either got a green card through VAWA or through the court through cancellation of removal. So let's see what happens. I'm sorry. Mohammed says VAWA C9 category advanced parole valid. I don't know what that means. Oh, how long is advanced parole valid? Usually for 1 year, usually. But they've started to change things now, so it's hard to say. Rafi Aldobachian is asking, is there any new immigration reform for illegal immigrants, and what do I think about it happening? So right now, I hear nothing, absolutely nothing about new immigration reforms. It's not, nobody's talking about it anymore. What do I think about it? I think that it's not going to happen anytime soon because there's a lot of resistance from the Republicans, and I see that the Supreme Court, the highest court of the United States, is turning away from immigration into the more conservative direction. The conservative way to go is against immigration. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Atul says, thank you so much, Marina. It's important to be married. Is it important to be married if I filed VAWA? It's been 2 years since we got married. Or can I file for divorce in the process? You can file in the process. Since you filed for VAWA, it's not that important anymore to remain married. Okay. Pavel says, good morning, with a beautiful tree in his avatar. Hi, Pavel. How are you? And Dr. Chandru on Instagram says, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm happy that you asked me questions. Rohan P says, hi, can I adjust my C1 crewman transit visa? Oh, he says he's not a crewman. Thank you. C1 is the transit visa that's usually not adjustable. So no, unless you file for asylum or VAWA, then yes, you can do something. Give us a call. Give us a call. Rohan, I'm highlighting you again. Give us a call. There might be options for you that I don't know because this is all you asked me. If you call us, there are exceptions. So please give me a call. Our phone number is on the bottom. You can talk to any of our lawyers. It doesn't have to be me personally. We can explore what else you could be eligible for. Peter K said, or Kai says, good morning. I have already filed for adjustment of status green card with my spouse, but she's been abusive and I want to file for VAWA. I want to know if it will affect my pending work authorization applications filed 9 months ago. I think you can file for VAWA. Don't be afraid. I know that Peter, it sounds like you're a man. So men are always afraid to file for VAWA because they mistakenly think that VAWA is only for the ladies. Not true. We have a lot of men clients, and the women spouses, the U.S. citizen spouses, abuse the men in different ways, but also sometimes physically, mentally, financially, isolate them, blackmail them with their green card. So don't be afraid. What we do is we transfer your basis for the green card from spouse petition to VAWA, and this way your work permit is not affected at all. Your work permit will be issued to you and you will be in good shape. So don't be afraid. I'm happy to help you. We're happy to work with you. Our phone number is 718-769-6352 or text us 718-215-9447 to set up a paid consultation. We do only paid consultations. We do not do free consultation. Even if you have 1 or 2 questions, it's my personal principle. I personally work only for money. Lisette Novella says, can you file for VAWA if you've been divorced for over 6 years from the abuser? No, you cannot. Rohan says, thank you. Thank you, Rohan. Fatima Yasmin says, my friend overstayed her F1 student visa for 1.5 years. Now he got married to a U.S. citizen, and he's passing through a brutal marriage relationship. A man getting abused. There you go. I was just talking about that. A man getting abused by a woman in a marriage. Can he file VAWA with a work permit and green card applications? Absolutely, Fatima. Have your friend contact us. This is exactly what we do. And I guess because of all the explanations that I do here and explain that men are eligible, most of our VAWA clients have become men, because I guess guys are watching me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. By the way, if you have TikTok, please find me. On TikTok, I do more funny stuff. Here, I really don't do anything funny. And like, I guess here, I am like my normal work self. I work, I'm very serious. I run a big practice. We have right now multiple clients who are in immigration jail, and we're getting them out. Yesterday, I stayed at work almost until 9 o'clock. We were finalizing a bond hearing motion for somebody to get released from jail with no bond because she is a refugee. Asylum, VAWA. So I act very serious here because this is my work mode. This is where I give the information. If you find me on TikTok, that's where I let my funny stuff out. And I still give you the same information, but then more like a funny format, obviously. I do a little dancing. I show sometimes my stuff with my kids. A lot of times when we go somewhere with my kids, they film me doing a little dance or something. I don't do that here. Here's just like my expert, stuff that I do. Okay. Okay, Asif is asking, hi, my attorney applied for the I-601A waiver for me 30 months ago at Nebraska Service Center. Okay, so it's out of normal processing times. If you go, as I have, and you check the I-601, I-601A. Oh, I'm so sorry. I looked at the wrong waiver. I-601A is taking 34 months, not 24 months, 34 months. 34 months for I-601A. So your friend is just over 4 months over normal processing times. I would get a congressman involved, and I would write them right on the website through Emma, the chatbot, or just call them and say you're out of process, your normal processing time has passed. You're already 4 months over. What's going on? Tirhana says, hi there, what about Dreamers? No news for Dreamers. Everyone who had DACA, they will continue renewal. Username 664, yes, you can ask questions in the comments. Please post in the comments. So the Dreamer program for whoever had DACA will get renewed. But the federal court said that the DACA program itself is not legal. So they're not going to allow for now any new people to apply. So if you don't have DACA yet, there's nothing you can do. If you have DACA, they will renew it over and over again. Other than that, there's nothing new. Adefemi Adenia is asking, good morning, Marina. My abuser is threatening that I should follow her to the court for a quick and absolute divorce. Is it compulsory? Must I go with her? Absolutely not. If you are in New York or New Jersey, we can help you fight them. Give us a call. We're allowed to do, and we do, divorces in the states of New York and New Jersey. But even if you're in another state, you can ask a local divorce lawyer to help you, because it is not compulsory and it's abusive. So definitely do that. Username 664 and other numbers is asking me, I'm wondering if past medical mental health records could ever be requested during the green card process. If yes, could be waived. Absolutely not. They don't have a right to your medical records unless you have to do the green card medical, right? Everybody does the green card medical. And something comes up, and if the doctor suspects, the doctor thinks that you're not well mentally, they could ask you for past mental or drug records. But if you're fine and healthy, there's no way they're going to go back in time and request or get any of your medical or mental records. The only time that comes up is if they think you're mentally not well, or if they think you are on drugs and they test your blood for drugs. Juan says, hello, my aunt did a family petition more than 20 years ago. Why can't I get a work permit? Why it takes so long for the I-130? probably because you're on file for your mom or dad. This is the sibling petition. That usually takes that long, and you will not be able to get any status from that if you're illegal in US, because that's a non-immediate relative category, and those don't forgive the unlawful presence. Lorraine says hi. Hi, beautiful Lorraine, with a beautiful baby in the picture. LL says hi, Marina. Can you please answer my question I asked earlier about VAWA? Please and thanks. Oh my gosh, I didn't see the question, LL. 1 second. I'm going to scroll and check. LL. You know what's weird, LL? I don't see your question from earlier about VAWA. Can you post it again? Post your question about VAWA again, and I will be happy to answer it. I just scrolled and I don't see it. Super weird. I'm sorry. FK says, good morning, Marina. Hope you're having a great morning. I am, because I'm talking to you guys. So my morning is wonderful. Thank you for asking. You know what's funny? I'm looking at my screen for Instagram, and it shows me that only 2 people are watching. But it's definitely more than 2 people, because I see that people are joining and asking questions. Anyway, okay, let's move on. FK says, after getting married 6 months, my husband wants to withdraw his petition and get divorced. I don't know what to do. Can I file my I-751 with waiver or do VAWA application? Great question, FK. You can do both or one of them. Give us a call to see what you qualify for. I think that you probably can just do VAWA. It sounds like you have no green card yet. You've only been married for 6 months. So you don't even have your 2-year conditional green card. That means you should be filing the I-360 VAWA and switching over from the spouse petition to the abuse VAWA petition. So then I will be able to help you. Give us a call. My phone number is on the bottom of the screen. I'm happy to help. Our team, I should say, is happy to help, because I run the team and they will be helping you and talking to you and working with you. Lorraine says, hi, this is Lorraine. I filed for my I-132, 021 February 2022 of January, and I have not heard anything. It's been over a year, and I need to know how long does it take. Did you file for I-130 family petition last year? And you were asking me how long it's going to take. I-130 petition, because you typed I-132, but if you're asking about the I-130, I don't know, because I don't know if it's a U.S. citizen or whatever. But if you're asking me about the advanced parole application, I-131, the advanced parole takes around 11 and a half to 15 months from filing. So soon you should hear something, soon. Bridget Masango says, hi, Marina. How about TPS for Cameroonians? Let's see. I'm going to go to USCIS page, TPS, Temporary Protected Status. And let's see about Cameroon. Cameroon is already on the list of countries. So if you're from Cameroon, your TPS is extended through December 7, 2023. And you had to be in the United States as of April 14, 2022. So if you are in the US as of April 14, 2022, and since then, you could qualify for temporary protected status if you came from Cameroon. Give us a call if you want to file. My number is on the bottom, and we can help you in any way we can. Okay, I'm going to try. Harpreet Singh wants to be in my video. Okay, we're going to go try. We're going live on Instagram with Harpreet Singh. I hope that you guys on YouTube can hear us. He's about to join. Okay, I accepted it. Let's see what's going on. Nothing is happening. For some reason, I accepted from Harpreet Singh the request to join, and it's not working. I'm sorry. Okay, I will continue with my questions. Zulika says, good morning, Marina. Happy Wednesday, and have a blessed day. Have a blessed day yourself. Thank you so much. Fatima Yasmin says, I have a question. My husband's ex-wife expired it says that Harpreet is not able to join me. I'm sorry. My husband's ex-wife expired in 2000. At that time, so her husband became a widower. His former wife died in 2000. I'm sorry. At that time, there was no death certificate in our home country, but he has a doctor's death certificate from the hospital. Will it be enough for the I-130? I think that if you add to the doctor's certificate some kind of a letter from the government explaining that this is a true document and this is really what happened, and maybe like 2 letters from family members, affidavits about the same thing, that she died, I think it's going to be okay. But just that one letter, I don't know. Give us a call so we can help you with this process. We can help you make this happen. It's doable. Fatima, it's doable. Just give us a call. We can work on this. FK says, I overstayed the F1 student visa almost 1 year and then got married for 6 months. Oh, I answered this already. Sorry. If my 601A waiver is denied, can you then apply for cancellation of removal? Absolutely. Yes, we can. And how long will it take? About 4 years. 4 years. Oh, Lorraine now clarifies. Lorraine says she sponsored her husband in January 2022, and I-130 has been approved. I would like to know how long will it take now. He lives in Jamaica. So you have to now go through the National Visa Center. Once they send you the invoices and you pay the invoices, then you upload your affidavit of support and civil documents, and you file for him online for the visa, immigrant visa application. So from the time it's approved by USCIS to the time of his immigrant visa to be put in his passport probably will take another 6 months. So give yourself time. This is going to be a multi-step process. You will get a letter from National Visa Center. Then they will send you invoices. You have to pay the invoices. Once you pay the invoices, you'll be able to open the online uploading cabinet. It's called CEASC. Then you'll upload the affidavit of support and the civil documents. Then you'll do the visa application. Then they will review everything and tell you to wait. Then they will send the case to the embassy in Jamaica. Then you will have to schedule an interview in the embassy in Jamaica for the immigrant visa. Then there will be an interview and they'll tell you to hold on and wait for the passport. Then if everything goes well, they'll give him his passport with the visa glued in, and you'll have to pay the immigrant visa fee to get his green card printed. Then you'll travel to the US and then get his green card. Whew! That's going to take at least 6 months, all of that. So Hail Khan says, I filed I-130 in 2014 as under sibling. So I guess a brother or sister, U.S. citizen, filed for Sohail in 2014. When will I get the appointment letter? The sibling category is taking about 16 years. So if you add 16 to 2014, expect to get something in the year 2030, 7 years from now. Daniel says, how much do you charge for VAWA? How much is paid for a consultation? Our consultation is $250. If you need me personally and you're willing to wait a couple of weeks, because my personal consultations are filled up like 3 weeks in advance, it's $400 for a consultation. And then we figure out how much your VAWA will cost based on how involved your question is. And LL posted her question, or his question. Separated for 9 years. Green card holder is refusing to grant me divorce. Lived with me in Canada for 3 years before separation. Still emotionally abusing me. Cannot file VAWA from Toronto or move to New York to file. You can do either. File from Toronto if your spouse is a U.S. citizen. Or you can come here, file it from here. Either way will work. Give us a call. We can help. Hi, this is Tanmoy. Hello, madam, he says. Bridget says, hello, ma'am. So Heil says, I got it. Okay, I answered this. This is Tanmoy says, hello, madam. I'm from Bangladesh. My category is F2A, F22. My DQ. I don't understand what that means. I'm sorry. FK says, yes, I don't have a green card yet. Looks like I-751 is faster than VAWA when the check processing times. Since I don't have a conditional card, should I file which one? You cannot file the I-751 because you don't have your conditional green card yet. If you did get it, then you can. But if you never get the conditional green card, there's no way you can file there's I-751. I-751 gets filed after 2 years of holding the 2-year conditional green card. Bridget says, hi, Marina. My daughter filed for I-765 for marriage-based petition over 8 months ago, but we haven't heard anything from USCIS. The marriage petition, if your daughter is in US, can take 1.5 years. So it's going to take some time. I answered this. Bridget says, thank you very much. I have filed since June last year, but no response yet. I will call you for more clarification. God bless you, Marina. We're grateful for your help. I'm grateful for you guys. Matt says, hello. Hi, Matt. How are you? Marie says, hi, Marina. What is happening with the cases filed for asylum since 2016? Nothing, and they're only becoming slower, not faster, sadly, very sadly. Daniel says, what's the fastest way for my girlfriend to get a visa from India to the US? Fiance or student or marriage? If she can get the tourist visa, it's the quickest. Then she can come here and you can date and live with her and see how things go. And if things go well, then you marry her. Fiance is also pretty quick, but fiance is limited. So once she gets it and she comes here, you must marry within 90 days. Okay, I did this one already. Peter says, is hospital report enough for physical abuse? Yes, and then I will send you to a psychologist in your area or somebody we work with. We'll figure out, but you're going to need a psychologist as well, which is good because, if you have a hospital report and you talk to a psychologist, first of all, it will help you. And second of all, they will tell you qualify for abuse because you're telling the psychologist and they're a neutral expert and they will confirm your story. Okay, last attempt to go live with Harpreet, if it's working or not. I don't think there's internet that's working for Harpreet. Okay. Ken OD says, hi, I have passed my citizenship interview in January this year, and I was told to wait 30 days for the oath ceremony. I'm still waiting. How long can it wait? Sometimes it takes 2 months, but soon. Don't stress, soon. TM says, hi, I filed the I-130 petition for my sister in 2008. Until now, did not get any letters from an appointment. You should call USCIS if they're working on it and not yet approved. If it's been approved, but then it went to National Visa Center, have they cleared everything? Did you submit everything they needed? If you did and it went to the embassy, just be patient. The embassy will schedule. FK says, thank you very much, Marina, for your advice. I will schedule an appointment for you with my VAWA case then. Thank you. Thank you so much. LL says, thanks for all you do, Marina. We all appreciate you and all your wonderful immigration advice that you give out. I try to educate people about immigration law, and I want to thank you all to participate, for participating in this and helping me create this program. I couldn't do this without you guys. I'm so grateful you watch me every week. Invite your friends to watch me. Invite your loved ones to watch this. They can also ask questions. They can call us. They can make a consultation. I will answer one last question, and I'm going to be logging off. From Fodai Vagesh. Hi, Marina. Thank you for your help. I have a question about the I-730 petition I filed since 2020. Has that changed? The I-730 petition is filed when somebody gets asylum, wins asylum, and they want to do family unification with their spouse and kids under 21. So then I go to this website. I want to show everybody on YouTube and Facebook. And I go to processing times. And I go and I do, I want I-730. So you know what petition you're interested in finding out about. You choose it from the form list. Then you choose which service center. If it's in Nebraska, the I-730 is taking about 14 and a half months. But if it's in Texas, it's taking 22 and a half months. So an I-730 petition that you filed, if it's less than 22 and a half months, I'm just going to go back to comments here. So 2020, it's been more than 2 years. It's just about now that they should be responding to you. If anything, you are like around the time that something should be happening. And don't forget, it's going to take probably another year if your relatives are overseas in another country to get interviewed and get visas too. So just be patient and wait. If you think something is wrong, you can always call USCIS or chat on their website with the bot Emma. So I'm going to log off now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching for a whole hour. I thank you for your time. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.